What's up, Halfd0rk? How are you doing today? Joining us in the channel.
Good morning. What's up, everybody? It's me. I'm Halfd0rk. I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm going to be saying wacky, zany things, but still committed to the bit. I'm committed to streaming, to being here, on time, in the mood, to make a game. What up, OG Shakespeare? Welcome in. Alex Mirza, welcome in. How you doing? The time is 8:05 Eastern Standard Time. I can do it, OG. Yeah, I know I can. But should I? That's the real question. But because you guys are here first, I get to show you a little bit of something I made last night. So let's walk through it. Long story short, I have a phoenix that flies around. So this phoenix is two things connected to each other. It's a after image, which is an asset I've made in the past. It's that little white dot inside of the phoenix that has the bird behavior. So that's what's causing it to fly around in circles. And then it also has an animated decoration. So there's a reason why I had to connect it that way. And so we'll take a look at that. But right now he's flying around, but I can't reach him. You know, it's like I'm the player. It's like, how do I defeat this bird? Wizzy the Purple told me to, you know, get his phoenix feathers for his magic. So he's like, go up there and use my ballista. So what I can do is I'll go up here and I'll start firing all the missiles. Hopefully one of them hits. It's going to have a brief animation of the phoenix dying, so falling from the ground. When it hits the ground, an egg spawns. So now that the egg is here, I have to go destroy the egg. And that finally spawns the bird that I can finally attack. And then when I defeat this version of the phoenix, I can move on. Yo, what up? Hey Tom, what's happening, dude? Alex Mirza, how you, Alex Mirza? And Tom, welcome in. Tom, aren't you excited for the events happening this week? I know you are, but what am I? Me? I'm tired. I'm actually like, I should be back in bed, to be honest. But I'm committed to streaming. And I want to make Some cool, interesting boss mechanics. If anybody has ideas, love to hear them. Some other things we might work on is randomization in the form of loot. Interestingly enough, this has no collisions on it, so I'm not picking up this halberd. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I had moved and edited that not too long ago. It has collisions.
I love you, random citizen.
And I love you. Oh, 24, dude. Good morning. Events? I have no idea what's happening. Tom, wedding. Do I have to remind you? You know. You're pulling my leg. So that just spawned, but I couldn't interact with it. So that's a little bit concerning. Good morning. Tom's trolling.
Tom Voxel's probably in the chat.
Hey, Tom Voxel.
He's trolling.
Tom Voxel.
Tom Voxel himself.
Tom Voxel's here. Oh, that little thing. Tom, that little thing is bigger than any announcement that TSB could make combined. So I have my message broadcaster here, which is, I don't know if you guys noticed. Oh my goodness. All of this got reset somehow. That's okay. That's okay. We can still fix this. We can fix it. We have the technology. I have a platform that goes up and down, but before it was going left to right, I squished it and placed it inside of this building here to hide it. And it looks as though everything kind of like ran up on each other. You know? They dropped that dun-dun-dun as a 24's emote would do. Whoa, zombie! Yo! I'm passing out that kitty cat today. That's on my agenda. But welcome in, my friend. Ay-yoy. What time was that? Well, I did that announcement like right after the stream. And my particular tweet was 48 hours. Look, zombie, will you share your syringe with me? So, I guess what we'll do, Look, zombie, is I'll just kind of like say, hey, the winner's out there. We're gonna check all the times because that was all, you know, on the tweet. So anybody that submitted, and then you took track, you know, of whoever had the highest score. So I think we just reward the people that participated. Yo, good May. 97 days here. Zumzy's here. What's up, friends? You guys ready to take over?
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Try to take over the world. Zumzy, the pro.
This person is a pro.
The pro. Hey, he's still going art. Welcome. How you doing, dude? So as you guys are trickling in. Redeem check. Keep your top shot just for that. I will look. She is next to it. I should take a picture just to show you guys, like, the setup. My cat is sleeping right next to the router. And I can't blame her. Sparky Snickle. Welcome, Miss 11.
Really, on a scale of 1 to 10,
You are an 11. And of course, the top shot.
Oh, hey. Keeper Top Shot from Twitch.
Hey, what's up? Hey, top shot. And Dunkoy. Welcome, Dunkoy. Welcome in. So I made this mechanic. You snipe the bird out of the air. In doing so, causes an animation for them to fall, spawning this egg. Then, when you finally defeat the egg, it spawns the bird. So we're going to take a look at behind the scenes as to how that works. But I apparently broke this mechanic, so I'm trying to fix it. And that is not good. What's happening right now? I'm not colliding with this. So I got to figure out why that is. So what's happening is this weapon here has a collision tag. And it's supposed to be spawning right on top of the player here. Which it did. Like, we saw the weapon. Everybody was there. You guys were there. You saw it. But even though it's spawning, it's not actually allowing me to pick it up based on this collision message. Also, I'm unsure if my randomization is even working at this point. So I'm going to move this in a way that I can see it. So like you move one thing, you tweak one thing, it stops working. Oh, this appears to explain it, to be honest. I have to remove the I had parented everything, that's why. Yo, we got the raid. Paniolo Nate. Aloha, Iowa. I probably butchered that, but it's the thought that counts. Welcome in, my Spam Wasabi brother.
I'm sorry. Winning.
And the winner himself is here. Mr. Winning, welcome. Maxi Mac. Top of the morning to ya. Welcome. Mr. Merrick, how you doing? Welcome in. Oh. Looks like we do have couple bots here. Hey, Vvox, what's up? I'm gonna go ahead and time out that guy. You all know who we're talking about. That guy. Ah, there we are. But welcome everybody. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the raid, Paniolunate. Appreciate the trying. Oh, time for bed, dude. Can't blame you one bit. Sweet dreams. Filthy streams. You don't have filthy streams. Oh, 626. That's not you. I timed out the other guy. But welcome in everybody. Welcome in Raiders. Tell you what. Because Paniolo Nate dropped you off here, let's do one marbles race, shall we?
Skadoosh.
Let's do one skadoosh, shall we? Well, welcome in, everybody. Only one marbles race. I can get distracted with these races. Maxi Mac, I totally should. Hey, what's up? Philip Light, welcome in. How's it going, Ben? Welcome back. Nice to see you. So everybody, if you've never played marbles, it's just it's a quick thing we do. It's like a little break, you know. It's if you win, you get an NFT. That NFT belonged to me. And that NFT is called a creator coin. A creator coin can be used to add a meme to my stream, much like the one you just saw. Or like this one.
I play video games.
I promise.
I'm just
So if you guys would like to hop in, it's a quick 1 minute race. This is one of the shorter tracks. We're just doing a quickie. Thank you again, Nate. Nate's like, no, I can't go to bed yet. I gotta play marbles. It's addicting. That's our problem here. Your PC's down for 2 days, Mr. Winning. Uh-oh. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Alright, guys, you got another 20 seconds before you can get in. I'm gonna go ahead and hit start. I'm hitting the button. I hit the button. You got 20 seconds. You're gonna want to hit exclamation point play. Ten seconds. Bomba. Wait, we need hype music. Slow it down. Alright, let's do it. He's in. Alex is in. Let's go. Now we can play. And they're off. Down the Plinko machine of destiny. Or Pachinko, depending on where you're from. First down is Darking, Vivox, Paniolonate, Mr. Winning, and Ben. Oh wait, that ghost ball. Don't worry about it. Instead, Vox Machina is the one in the lead here. Followed by Ben and Mr. Winning. Uh-oh. Looks like Vox Machina overshot. Rest in pieces. But here's Ben, our current leader. Followed by Woke Zombie. Mr. Winning, now pulling ahead of the pack. The real alpha male here. Hey, I just call it as I see it. Wait. Oh, an estate sale. I see. Gotcha, Mr. Winning. Well, I hope it goes well for you. Still in the lead here. Did you guys know Mr. Winning's actually one of the first people to redeem a meme? I think literally the first one to redeem a coin. So shout out there for Mr. Winning. I was thinking about that the other day. Uh-oh. Here we go. Can he make the shot? Slow motion. This is going to be clutch. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. That's a win for Mr. W. Oh, Keeper Top Shot's turn. Let's see it. That's second place for Keeper Top Shot. Now we got Woke Zombie about to make his debut. Let's see if he can get any 3-pointers. Make it through one of these Quidditch holes. Is he getting that one? No! Oh, close. Halfd0rk, Karatros, and Paniolonate are gonna try. Pew pew! That's a negative. Nobody's getting through those holes. Let's see if OG Shakespeare can do it. I believe in you. Channel the power of the Harry Potter. Nope. Boink. Looks like everybody else is has passed away. But Mr. Winning, congratulations. GG. What day is it? Oh, it's the 25th. Guys, I have an interview today. Don't let me forget. It's more like a like, hey, what do you do in the Sandbox type of interview. But I literally forgot about it on Monday. And I had to tell him, hey, can we reschedule? My bad. But Mr. Winning, congratulations. I'm sending you a creator coin after the stream is over. I owe a couple more people some things. So I'll get to work on that. But over here, back in the game maker. I know. What you all came here for. I know. Marbles was a sidetrack.
What's up, Halfd0rk? How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Marley Man. What's up with you? Welcome in. Is it a live interview? It is unfortunately not a live interview. It is with a... I guess I could tell you this much. I won't tell you the company. But it's a... How do I put this? They're gathering data of like social media and how the metaverse is growing. And so someone like me who has been in the Sandbox for 6 months, like my experience and what doors have opened and, you know, what comes next. And Vvox, I saw you. I saw you lurking. Who else has emotes that I didn't spam in chat?
Why, thank you.
Hey, 626, what's up, dude? Ooh, Panio Linate, maybe you have an interview that's similar to that? Also, you should be going to bed. I'll be in there to tuck you in a moment, babe. That was uncalled for. Or was it called for? I don't know.
Why, thank you.
Yo, Philip Light, thanks for the follow. Not, Maxi, that's a great guess, but no. Maybe in the future, maybe, you know, soonish. It seems like, you know, they visited us a couple times. So I hope that happens. So what I need to do is we saw, I'll just display it again. All of my stuff was moving together, so we can see it in the distance there. I wanted instead for my detector to go up and down, and that's just because I parented it all together. So I'm gonna try and fix that real quick. Which is it's an easy fix, it's just I kind of did it on accident. Also, I want to move it up and out of the way so I can select them all at the same time. And so, I'm going to go into my hierarchy here, find my weapon rack, which is this one here, and now I'm just going to remove everything from the parenting. Which just takes a moment. I just gotta drag and drop it all outside of the parent. I do also need to make sure nothing is parenting to the wrong objects, like I accidentally parent it to something else, for example. That would actually cause more problems, so we don't want that. Which I just did. I literally, as I'm talking about it, did it. We have 6 weapons here that I just want to make sure are not moving. So now we can see up in the air there, my gems are going up and down. So the way this mechanic works is when I interact with this weapon rack right here, it's going to pick whatever one is in front of those gems. And so this time it was the Blaze Saber. However, there's a current problem now that I'm unable to pick it up. So I gotta figure out why the collision isn't working here. So I broke something. But we will come back to that mechanic. It's just unfortunate that it broke. Was it one of these things? No, it doesn't seem like it was one of those things. What about this? This is where the weapon spawns. But I'm going to show you what I built yesterday. So I'm making orphans. True, Nate. You didn't know you could unparent Wogue Zombie? Really? Make it respawn to that tag with collision. Yeah, so here's where it... Oh, throwing away the computer. Hey, Wicked, what's up, you two? Here's where it's respawning. So, Philip Light, I like where your head's at. My weapon spawns right here. Weapon.spawn. So it spawns right in front of the weapon rack. What happens is... I interact with this weapon rack. So when I interact with it, it sends out this message, weapon.random, only once. So you only get one of the 6 weapons when you interact with this weapon rack. And so I have a moving platform here. Basic platform that toggles when that weapon.random message goes out. So that turns it off and on. And so you can technically spam this. However, weapon.random, as we saw down there, was an only once message. So spamming it won't do you any good. Instead, what's happening is during that same message, weapon.random, when that message goes out, it's sending out this message, weapon.kill, to anything within the range, which I already preset up. So anything within this yellow circle is being killed. So weapon.kill. So for example, this halberd, which these weapons are hard to click. You actually have to select their collision from like an interesting angle. So like near the top, for example, for this halberd. But we can look here, and it's respawning in that tag, weapon.spawn. After that message goes out, we do need to make sure it has collision. So this is the collectible component. It is collectible by colliding with it. And it's sending out a specific message when we collect it. However, we noticed I was just passing through it. And it worked before, so I'm not sure where I went wrong. It might even just be a game maker thing. I might just reset it and it'll work. Oh, thanks, O24. I can hook you up with that. It's very helpful.
You may be worthy of that. Do not prove me wrong.
So again, the way that mechanic worked, that weapon rack, is I interact with it and it's spawning a weapon in front of me. This time it spawned 2 different ones, and they're still not collidable. Okay, the collision was actually just very, very weird. So I got one of them. So I gotta figure that out. I'm just gonna like tweak this spawn point a little bit. But before we run over there, just to walk you through what I set up, and then we're going to break it down behind the scenes, is I have these 4 ballistae, which these are kind of temporary assets that I made. I made these last night, that have an interactable in front of it, that when you interact with it, shoots out an arrow. And when it collides with the bird, it causes him to plummet using an animated decoration. Before he hits the ground, it removes the asset and spawns an egg. So, if you know how phoenixes work, they're basically immortal. They turn into eggs whenever they die. Shoot down the... It's a phoenix. A phoenix. And so that's how that worked. But this is the real boss right here. Is making this weapon crate work. Okay, that time I was able to collide with it. So, it's a work in progress. And then lastly, we got to see why my platform didn't want to only pick up one weapon here. So I'm going to just kind of move all of these a little bit. Should be happy with that. Save. Check your game. Cosmic Shooter. Similar mechanics, says Philip. Ooh. We might check it out today. Yeah, the real boss. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ballistas while we're thinking about it. So I set up an asset here that acts as kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? A placeholder for those arrows as they fire out. And so this cactus, so this asset is literally just a desert cactus. It doesn't do anything. There's nothing attached to it. All it has is collisions. And so what's happening is I am spawning a flying arrow. The flying arrow has the plant behavior, so I can kill it instantly. And it has the tag arrow. So what happens is when I click this sign, so I use the sign just because it has a better detection of like the player interacting with it. So when the player interacts with this sign, it's sending out ballista.fire.1, which is basically spawning an arrow from this asset spawner. And because of this cactus, this invisible cactus here, it throws it forward. It basically spawns the arrow, and the cactus, because of the collision, throws it forward. And so it creates fake momentum, really. And then lastly, each one of these ballistae has an animated decoration. So I could change it to an empty ballistae, for example, but this one is a shoot that does not loop. So we can watch it in real time here. Basically spawn an arrow. And it's not perfect, but it does the job. I mean, it's kind of funny, if anything, watching those arrows spawn. And they go, like, wonky. But I've, just based on testing, like, there's only so much I can do about that. So instead, I'm just committing to it, where it's like, oh, it's a funny arrow, huh, guys? So that's that mechanic. One other thing is like my bird. I might adjust the rate at which it detects arrows. So what's happening is when the arrow in a speaker component here, when the arrow is detected, so we'll try 6, so it'll be a little bit more difficult. When an arrow is detected, it's saying, oh, the phoenix got hit. Let's make it fall from the sky. And so this message causes a series of events. Keep it. Ooh, and Philip, that's how you made your cannons. Cool. We'll have to take a look. And so when Phoenix.hit goes out, it's sending out a series of messages. This one is a message broadcaster causing 500 damage to my Phoenix, you know, causing it to be destroyed. And then I have a fake one hidden inside this building. So I'm using this building here for a number of kind of like hidden effects. So like when the egg respawns, it's because it was hidden over here under this building. Same with this bird. So this bird, it has the falling animation. And so it's responding to the Phoenix.hit message. We'll try a different delay there. We can see I'll hit the bird, bird falls, spawns as an egg. So we'll kind of tweak this until we get like the right timing in a way. So like 0.1 even. We can see how that works. So we watch the bird fall. Yeah, that felt a little bit better. Maybe 0.2 for the delay. And then you would run over. And this is all kind of timed. So the way my game works is it's a gauntlet. So you have these bosses that you have to, you know, fight your way through in order to beat the game. So fixing that, 0.2. And then also that message is causing this egg to spawn. This egg being spawned actually has an anchor. So I use anchors a lot because it allows me to customize the components and behaviors of certain assets. So this has an egg.spawn point. So again, here's the message that we kind of start everything with, the hit. So the Phoenix gets hit, and now after 2 seconds, we see this number pad, which the egg is attached to, respawns. And so that allows me to give this egg its own custom health component, which then gave me the ability to cause a new Phoenix to spawn when I destroy the egg. So it's like a domino effect in a way. So now the egg has respawned because of this number pad. And when I kill the egg, it's spawning a new Phoenix that has completely new mechanics. So we can now go to the last piece of the puzzle over here. Be this one here. So a pink Phoenix spawns that has the melee enemy component. And it has a tag, so I'm going to set up a quest for it today. And it has health, so we can destroy it. But it had waited for that Phoenix.spawn message, which only occurred when we defeated the egg. Ta-da! Thanks again, Nate, for the bits there and the raid. Thanks again. One thing I added just for flair, you could say, is I have all of these number pads kind of scattered about that explode. So we can watch this. So again, we destroy our bird. Oh, I thought I was going to hit it. Nope. So we hit our bird in the air. There he goes. He falls. Spawns as an egg. We run up to the egg. Those number pads, the hidden ones around it, basically when I destroy this egg, are going to cause an explosion. So you see all those miniature explosions happen? That's because of these number pads all kind of like simultaneously exploding. Just for an effect. It's just kind of like an added bonus. Hey, Jayona! Good evening. How's Bangkok? Whoops. And then I'm testing my weapon rack again. It is not consistent. I had to like walk right in front of it, right there, which kind of sucks. So we're still finding that sweet spot. I'm Master Dev. Yes. And Philip, love it. I would love to see what you do with it, Philip. I'm making lots of custom bosses like this one. So I'm, you know, this will be open to the public. I was considering making this like a Game Maker Fun submission, but I think for me this is just a fun kind of lab test. Is adding mechanics like this one. Oh, interesting.
What's up, Halfd0rk? How are you doing today? Joining us in the chat.
Hey, Archerflu, welcome. How are you? So, Philip Light here in chat asked us to play their game, Cosmic Shooter, on page 19. So I'm down for a quick break. Let's try it. Cosmic Shooter. Heyo, Go West, what's up, dude? Go West, welcome in. Get a woohoo for Go West. Woohoo! Archerflu? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Archerflu. I love that emote. Caratros says we can't submit to the Game Maker Fund if it's already published. You might be right, Caratros. I haven't published this game, though. I'll note that much. But, whatever you pitch, I imagine there's going to be a set of rules we have to follow. Cosmic Shooter. Yeah, I don't see why you might not be able to. I'm sure you have to sign some NDAs about the game. Like, it's supposed to be kind of a surprise at some point. Hey, Captain. There was a mistake in the jump coordinates. We've entered a very hostile territory. Jump drive is out of order. Let's use our last moments to fight, as it's our duty. Duty. Let's see if there's sounds. I'll go ahead and turn on the sound effects. It's an honor. Level 1. Cannonballs! Oh, here they come. Well, it doesn't look like there's any music. No, that one's getting too close. Wait, do I die? What happens if they hit me? Now I'm curious. Well, the cannons are fun. You have them like moving around on a platform. And the ships are cute and tiny. They're a little bit hard to see the lighting though. But not too hard. Like I can still see them. I would almost suggest like the ships have like a glow. Like you could use the voxel glow. This is very fun. So that ship over there on that side started going backwards because I didn't kill it in time. He's just styling on me because I didn't defeat him. He's like, oh, I should have been dead, but I would just go backwards. Oh, by the sides. You can control them by the sides. What? So now I'm looking on the sides here. Oh, it looks like the cannons have health. Oh, interesting. So I can only see it when I spin this way. And so they have like a plate, which discerns how much health it has. So can I pause the game? So, funny enough, I noticed this when other people were playing. Also, I paused, and now this cannon is spitting it out. You see it? In the background? It's just non-stop spinning. Is that a bug? Did I find a bug? Like, this is a game maker bug. I don't think this is a your game type of bug. I kind of found this on accident just now. I'm just interested. I'm intrigued. Am I cheating? It's spawning based on my detection. So if I just stand here, okay, that's why. Mine? I thought I like broke it somehow, but no, it's because you're using a detector here. Is there a sweet spot where I can be in between both of these? It doesn't look like it. Second option from the start. Ooh, okay. I would almost say make that your first option. That way you're kind of like forced to play the tutorial. Because as you saw, I just kind of breezed through it. Hey, D-Electronics, what's up, dude? Nope. D-Electronics, you won 3 games in a row last night. I have to ban you from all future marbles races. That's just how the cookie crumbles, dude. So, I'm almost on level 3, I think. So here's level 3. There should be new monsters that are spawning. I don't know if my cannons are about to die. I think my cannons are like close to dead. Yo, RD0007, what up, dude? How you doing? Mage Mantis, all the hacks. Only hacks here. More enemies, I see. Okay. I'm still shooting. Well, I love your assets. Did you make all of these assets? Like, I like your planes. Especially the triangular ones. I think that's a style that you could, like, really go in. Like, you can do only triangle. Like, the little ones could also be, like, triangles. And they could be, like, very, you know, contrast with the ground itself. The lighting makes it hard to see. So it's kind of hard to see the planes. I would say maybe give some glow to the planes so they stand out better. But the gameplay is great. Some of the planes do go backwards, so that's important to note. You'll want them to, you know, destroy themselves when they reach the end here. But great game, dude. Philip Light. I thought that was a fun experience. Philip, what if you had like enemies spawn here? So I know you had a tutorial. We can play the tutorial. Hey, cold cuts, we dancing. But yeah, Philip, what if enemies like spawned next to the player and you had to like slash them on that level 3 while you were still pumping out cannonballs? So then, you know, like aliens would teleport in. So command says, you just gotta black out. Well, just get close to him to shoot. Cannons on the sides have 2 modes, horizontal and vertical by the sides. So it's all detection based. Middle cannon is already set to orbit left and right. You can still change the order by pressing E. I see. We got some armor, but the ship is vulnerable. They're coming. So if I hit E, so the vertical, he said, was on the side here. So if I press E, I believe it changes the vertical. Yes, it does, a little bit. Cool. But yeah, very fun game. You guys should try it. Cool ideas. Execution. Made by Philip Light here in chat. What was it called? Cosmic Shooter on page 19. Shirley. Hey, don't call me Shirley. Yeah, Philip Light, thanks for letting us know about it. If anybody else wants me to play a game, we'll probably play like one more game today, but I want to get some work done. We'll also do another marbles in a bit. Ay, ay, ay. The electronics, the luck is already out. That was yesterday. It's too late. You shouldn't buy those anymore. Whoops, wrong game. You know one thing? I'm curious how they did that screenshot, that loading screen. I'm curious how they put and pieced those assets together. It seems like it was a lot of composition. Hey, Xura! Welcome in. How you doing? Xura! Okay. So what we set up, and let's just walk through what we set up again. We have ballistas here, that when you fire him, it hits the Phoenix. The Phoenix dies too fast here, so I'm probably going to change the death delay. But we saw it spawned a Phoenix that fell using collisions and gravity. And we saw this egg spawn. When we destroyed this egg, it spawns a Phoenix. And then this Phoenix is the one we would kill for the quest. So the others were just for show. And then over here, we had weapons that would spawn randomly. So it's picking a random weapon, only once. Then I have to collide with this. And so the collisions was being very wonky. And we could see there that I had to like run through it several times. Which kind of sucks. So we gotta figure out like where the sweet spot is for that. Or we just say a different message that allows us to collect it. We just gotta figure out why it does that. So you can actually see in the pivot point here. Like I have only the axe selected, but the pivot point is like this space, which is like a foot off. So that's kind of unfortunate, you know, for my mechanic. Maybe I can give these all... No. I can technically give them all like a custom message that goes out causing like one with gravity to fall from the sky or something. It's just not consistent, that's all. But lastly, our bird here, I want it to die faster. It already has a quick health, like, -2. So that means this message here, I need to adjust. We want it to kill him faster. We'll try 0.5. Or even faster. It's a little bit slow is all. Heyo! Welcome and responsible. Welcome. Heyo! So again, it detects the arrow inside this blue radius, which sends out a message, which is then being received by this message broadcaster, which deals damage to my bird, causing the bird to begin to fall. Actually going to adjust this in an attempt to make the bird fall faster. So I basically put the message broadcaster near him. It's also kind of funny to watch it fall from the sky like that. Cool. Pretty happy with that. So now, today, I want to work on a different boss. So we're going to be working on this centipede guy. I had started working on a Andy and Touche boss. And I have ideas for it. So we'll probably work on them in the near future too. But for now, I'm just going to set them to the side. And so I had some animations that worked with, like Andy Ritchie, for example. He would call down like sparks from his Boop Goop coins using this animation. It's called Boopity Goopity. The Touche boss has the best attacks. Does he? He's spawning fungus from the ground. Oh, sounds good, Maxi. So, I'm actually going to hide this a little bit better. For now, I'm going to put it behind Andy Ritchie. And then I'm just going to wall these guys off so I don't see them. As I work on the centipede. These hearts were actually used specifically for the fungis, as well as these coins. I was using everything for them, so I'm just going to kind of drag them all together for organization purposes. And just kind of store them away for now. Because I'm probably going to revisit the entire mechanic that I was working on with them. Oh yeah, I remember I added Touche to like a an underground prey mechanic. So like he was running around. So I could see I can move Touche here. And it wasn't really working that well. So I'm going to just delete this one. Yo, Yandrox, what's up? Hi, where am I from? I'm from Central Florida. Which, speaking of, I'm going to be meeting with Game Dizzy likely this weekend. Like, in person. Which might be fun. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll try and get a picture with him. Without him noticing. Is that weird? Yes. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. Yes. Why is there light peeking through here? Okay, so this whole section I'm going to have hidden underground. I want the player to kind of like crawl in so we can actually run over there to show you. So I have these platforms that spawn when you find the hidden trigger. And I died. But then when you skip across all the platforms, you'll make it to this ladder here. The ladder is like a secret kind of location. So I'm going to start building like a little pathway here. And we'll have some moss on it. You'll find out he's a real bear. That'd be incredibly scary, Carachos. Just a bear sitting at a cafe, waiting for me. Can speak English. I would be scared out of my mind. So I'm probably gonna use less green grass here. But I do want the moss. Where's the moss? And some mistletoe. Who doesn't like mistletoe? Maybe some Oracle's line. And I'm going to remove the collisions on all those. But I need the moss. Maybe some overgrown grass. Sure. Sure, why not? This is what I'm looking for. Thick moss. We'll do some of the tall grass too. And thin moss. Interestingly enough, the thin moss is bigger than the thick moss. Nani? And so now with all of these green objects that I've added, I'm just going to remove the collisions. Also going to be careful of what I drag select. So no collisions there. But with my ladder, I will re-add the collisions. And then I'm just going to slowly place the things where I want them. Cool. So again, I'm just gonna like dig into this wall here. There's gonna be like a room where you fight this giant centipede. And this is like a secret boss in a way. So I want to make this interesting, you know, it's like aesthetically kind of cool. And so you'll find your way into this giant boss room where this centipede's kind of waiting underground. So the idea I have, if you've ever played like Final Fantasy games or RPG games, they have like creatures that are like burrowed underground. So what I'm gonna have is this centipede as like spawning whenever you, the player, kind of step on him. So he'll be underground. You have to find the one of like 5 random spots where you see like movement underground. And so when you find the correct one, he'll spawn. You have to do some damage to him. Then he'll hide back underground. That's going to be the idea we play with him. Yeah, he's like Paddington Bear. That's true. You know, the camera, like the way he positions it, it makes him look bigger than he really is. He's actually like 3 foot tall. So now I'm basically going to build out that room under the ground. But yeah, if anybody has like cool, interesting boss mechanics or ideas or concepts from like a game, if you could find like a YouTube video to show us, we can, you know, like consider it, maybe even try and recreate it. Might be fun. It's a good starting point. And I might even just, for the sake of building the mechanics, I'll fight him, you know, with the light and having this giant opening here, this open wall. That way I can, like, make the mechanics without being trapped, like, claustrophobic, you know, inside of a hole in the wall. It's a couple more things. We gotta move our spawner. We need to move this back to hide our stuff over here. So we'll go ahead and move our spawner over here. We'll test that kind of parkour course.
Parkour!
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 Parkour. I'm getting this interesting error. I used the N key to spawn it, or I should say send an asset to the ground floor, like the next level. And it's currently going underground, and it's going like 2 blocks underground. And this happened yesterday too. Just weird bugs. You just gotta work around them. Yo, SSK Wolf, what up? Welcome in. So this ladder here, I'm gonna want to extend a bit. Bam, 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 bam. Yo, we dancing, we dancing. Hey, howdy, what's up, our rocks? Welcome in. Enjoying the sandbox. Which that goes for anyone here. If you have questions, comments, concerns, when it comes to Game Maker, Vox Edit even, I'll do my best to answer them. Help you out. Help you learn. Because I wish there was someone like me when I was growing up. I wish I had a role model like me. I'm pretty good, aren't I, me? Yeah, me, you're pretty good. You guys ever talk in the first person? It's very fun. The O24 knows. OG says, do you continually and consistently rock so damn hard? Well, OG, I'm glad you asked. We were all thinking it. That's a good question. How do I do it? A good balanced breakfast. Usually caffeine. You also want to make sure you're hydrated. But also, you're just born this way. So, getting good is just... It just comes naturally for me. So then we arrive here. The centipede. Wow, he hurts too. So this is a tough boss, I think. Just by default. Great tips, good, exactly. 024. He gets it. Okay, so our boss, which we're going to work on after a marbles break. What? It's marbles already? Yes, it is. You guys like marbles? I like marbles. Good morning, Izzyology. How you doing?
Hot stuff.
Skadoosh. Javibi! Thanks for the follow. So quick break here. I'm gonna get some water as everybody's, playing with their marbles. This is a good way to break up the action that is game making. There's a lot of action in game making, I know. Where was that? Was it Buckshot? I think Buckshot's the fun one. So this is Cold Cuts and Keeper Top Shot's favorite. Let's play it again. Someone say marbles. No, D-Electronics. You have to sit out. You won 3 in a row yesterday. Jose's here. What's up, Jose? Catch one. Welcome in. Alright, everybody. Mr. Winning, I am the real Halfd0rk. The cat will attack. She's asleep next to the router right now. Aw.
I play video games.
I promise.
I'm just gonna
I'm just gonna skadoosh. Alright, I'll be right back. Exclamation point play to get in.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight.
Okay, starting the race. 20 seconds. Counter's up. Alright, where's the hype music? And they're off. They fall down. The Plinko machine. Looks like we've got Marley Man Hookah leading the pack here. Except he's going the wrong way! So instead, we have Vox Machina leading the pack. Followed by Tom, Mr. Merrick. Me too, man. Go me! Go me! Hey, SSK Wolf, cashing in! Let's go! Congrats on the coin. I'll make sure to write that down. Alright, so now everyone is being spit through these Hot Wheel tracks here. And when you reach the end of it, it's going to boost you forward. Up and onto the bullseye. Whoever gets closest to the center is actually the one that wins. It's not based on time. So let's see it. Vox Machina making a very close attempt here. Tom, Book Zombie. Physiology. A lot of close bullseyes here, but I think Vox Machina is still maintaining a lead. There comes Karatros, Mr. Marley Man Hookah, who plummets to his death. Ripperoni. Oh, Jayona falling close. Oh, ooh, Jayona. I think that might be a Jayona win. Anyone else? Conch 1, D Electronics, VVox. Cold cuts and cheese bouncing into the middle. No. It looks like it might be going to cold cuts. Let's go. Cold cuts actually bounced off of the big bundle of marbles and into the center. So being the slowest actually caused cold cuts to bounce into the middle. Congratulations, cold cuts and cheese. Jayona, you got robbed. I'm sorry, Jayona. But cold cuts and cheese, congratulations. And SSK Wolf, thank you for redeeming a coin. You know, I kind of forgot to adjust the pricing back from 10K. So shame Bell on me for forgetting. Well, congrats everybody. Thanks for playing. Unfortunately, this is not a marbles based stream. I do have to sandbox. I have to sandbox. I have to. So we're gonna close this around here, making like an arena. Well, thanks everybody for playing. Patank? What is Patank? Did someone else ask me to play a game? I've never heard of Patank though. Ooh, interesting. So this is where you like roll marbles and they hit each other? I've never heard of that, Philip. I'm not very woke, unlike that zombie here in chat. Did you guys know there was supposed to be a NFT drop today? But I was unfortunately awake at the time and I was like, any minute now. Any minute. But the Peroros. Let's go, cold cuts. It's a French ball game. Oh, I see, Philippe. But yeah, this was supposed to drop today, the Peroro collection. But it did not. Is there a land sale today? I don't know. That's a good question. Either way, I am not prepared for it. Okay, so the player is going to enter into this, like, miniature arena here. Which I'm going to get a better shape for it before I continue. What am I selecting? Oh yeah, I do not want to delete that. Nope. Very, awkward selecting all in the current Game Maker. As I'm sure you can all relate. They took away the multi-select, the shift select as it is. As it were. Ooh, this was kind of a mistake, but I really like this aesthetic. I kind of did like a, almost like a fence or like a jail cell kind of look. So I might play with that a bit. Accidentally on purpose. That's how I made it. Yo, Doctor Strange, what's up, dude? I loved you in that new Marvel movie. Doctor Strange Rosso, what's up? By clicking suddenly? Says Philip Light. Well, I know we can drag select, so by doing like this. Like, I don't have any problem selecting multiple things. It's just, I can't shift select, which is kind of unfortunate. But what you might be saying is like randomly clicking like this? No, the shift just doesn't work the way it did before. Feels bad. So my centipede here, we'll move him out of the way. And we'll just kind of approach this once more. Nope. I forgot to hit the jump bar. Haha, silly me. Oh, I did it again. Jump. Oh, there's the button. Jump. Okay, well, this is embarrassing. Jump. 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 Fall. Die. Give up. Cheat. Move. Spawn. Spawn in again. Ah, yes, there we go. Parkour complete. And so I'm... Parkour! Oh, it just started working for him. He's the chosen one. It's true. This is a nice little arena, though. I kind of like the open sun, too. But I'll probably remove this bit here. And then when you enter in, on the ground... And I'm probably going to make these assets. So we might hop into Vox Edit. Is I'm going to make some like dirt mounds that appear to be moving on the ground. And then the player has to walk over them. And by walking over each one, it's going to remove them. And then one of them is also going to spawn this big guy. Yo, welcome back, Maxi. There's no way out. I think there's a way out. There's always a way out. Oh, you found it. Oh, Dorkbot's making puns now. Dorkbot pun. Pun, Dorkbot, pun. Thanks, Dorkbot. Did you know Dorkbot just gets those from dadjokes.com? There's like a website literally called dadjokes.com. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. What do the calculators say to the student? You can count on me. I hate it. I hate it. It's bad. When will it end? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hop into Vox Edit for this part. But before I do that, I want to make more like dirt here. So we'll use one of the Sandbox dirts. Yeah, we'll try this one. Yeah, sure, we'll probably put like bamboo around the area too. Like this can be like greenish. Maybe we can use like a grass. There's not really that many options. This is actually a great option though. So we'll decorate it a bit, then we'll grab the other one. So it was like soil with some grass. This one's a little bit greener. So we'll kind of do it less. And then maybe I'll do like the perimeter here. And then maybe there'll be like a staircase that is more apparent, you know, when you finish. We'll worry about that later. But yeah, this is a good place to hop into Vox Edit now. We're going to make a very simple kind of dirt mound. So I'm trying to get better about having a folder where everything's saved. Right now it's defaulting to a particular folder. I'm wondering when that will change. I guess we'll find out. Mound. Calculator. Oh, I love it. You have 3 bookmarked dad jokes, says Go West. I kind of need those links, Go West. Well, Zombie went to 6th in our first lesson. Was an uptight, strict douchebag. Halfway through the lesson, he was teaching us equations, pulled out his calculator. He almost cried. But no one felt sorry. Oh, that feels bad, Wook Zombie. I mean, a calculator that stops working. Most of the time it's just a battery. But I mean, maybe his was just only solar panel. And yeah, I guess that would suck. He's got sentimental value for it. So we're going to make a dirt mound here. So what I'll do is I'll kind of just play it by ear. And we might even just go for like a basic shape to start with, just so we can, you know, get back into the game maker. Because I can always replace this asset too. That's a good dirt mound right there. Yeah. So we do set to center, set to floor. Make a new node for it. I hate it. We might give it a little more depth. Different color. I hate it more now. It's a good start, whatever. I do want it to be bigger, so I enhanced it, doubled the size. And then I also kind of want there to be like a bit of a smoke rising type effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new child node. This is going to be smoke all. And then there's going to be a couple child nodes. It'll be like smoke 1, smoke 2, So I'm going to duplicate this one. And then using this color palette, that's the only reason why I duplicated it, was just so I could use the color palette. I'll have none of these, and instead do like a little doot doot doot. Then color each one of these a different color. Did I not do a different color here? Crop it, fit it to center, save. Then I'll attach these to the smokes. And what will happen is I will add one keyframe and make it just rise out. And then we'll copy the first keyframe, go another new keyframe, paste it, and that'll snap it back in. And I'll make sure it's instant. And then I'll now drag the keyframes out so it looks like it kind of rises. And we'll just tweak those keyframes a little bit. So it looks like there's, you know, little dirt clouds rising. Go west. A bulldozer. Ah, I get it. I get it. I love it. It hurts. And so with this smoke, like I like the feel of it. It almost looks like a big stinky cow pie. So this one will kind of repeat the same process, but in a different location and give it a slightly different animation. And then what I'm going to do, just to simplify the process, is kind of duplicate those two that I made. And just interplace them around. So we'll go ahead and pick a finishing location. We'll go one more keyframe. Copy our first keyframe, paste it. Give it the instant. And then we'll drag all of these over about a second. So it'll be something like this. And lastly, we want them all to have the same ending animation, just the same keyframe. And so, as long as they have the same keyframe, you know, it loops seamlessly. So now that we have that same keyframe, we'll go ahead and just customize these a little bit, just so they kind of have a little bit more variance. Yeah, I like that. I like it. This one we can smooth it out a little bit more, just adding a little more change, a little more altercations. And lastly, I'm going to start duplicating them. So we'll do smoke 3. then just to really simplify things, I'm going to do smoke all. I'm going to rename it. This will be smoke part 1. And we'll just duplicate that miniature control node here. Smoke P2. And then I can just move the control node, and it's going to keep all those same animations.
And I love you, random citizen.
And I love you, random citizen. Duplicate it again. We'll do smoke P3.
My goodness, what an idea.
Why didn't I think of that? Hey, Androx, what's up? Welcome in. So we gotta make sure everything's not kind of like lined up. Pretty happy with that so far. So with P2, I think we want to delete these keyframes. We can add more keyframes later. So with P2, we still want to tweak it a bit. Also, we can lower it. Sometimes it's hard to get the camera centered properly. Save! Thank you. Appreciate it, Jose. What to do? That's what I think of you. Man, I did it again. It's very easy to just edit keyframes you shouldn't. So I'm basically just trying to make the control point of the smoke section. But
You, random citizen.
I keep trying to play it back, and it's saving, you know, new keyframes where it shouldn't. All right, we'll do one more, and then we can move on. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this as a starting point. I'm gonna bring this back into the game, and we're gonna try making some mechanics with it. We smoked P4. Whoops, where'd it go? I just made a new node. Instead, we wanted to duplicate it. Smoke P4. Cool. Skadoosh. Alright, so we save it. File, export to marketplace.
What's up, Halfd0rk?
What's
How are
up?
you doing today? Joining us in the chat.
Doing well. I was surprised you didn't want to save those points, you know. You can get yourself a creator coin, or if you keep saving, you can buy VIP. Or, if you save all your creator coins, you can buy a custom NFT. Woohoo indeed. So we'll go ahead and upload this new asset. We'll call it a cow pie, just cuz. More memes. More! Give me more. So it's a nature rural. What else would it be? Horror. Cool. Go ahead and boot up the Sandbox Game Maker once more. Nah, too expensive. True! Do I need a custom NFT of 5 memes? I mean, it's like the same value, sure. So let's see how our cow pie looks. I hate it. It's just too dark, actually. I think if we adjust the brightness of it, it'll be a little more bearable. Also, the ending keyframe isn't looping the way I want it to. Oh wait, you guys can't even see it. But I put it in the game. It's too dark. So the first thing I'll do is go back into Vox Edit and change the lightness. We want to try and match this dirt as best as we can, or we can see if we have another option here for the block. Like gravel, for example. We'll go back into Vox Edit, try and adjust that color a bit. It was kind of like a reddish tint. Like that. Yo, Maddox of Furia, what's up? Welcome in. I'm worried if you guys get enough sleep. I know I don't. Maybe I should worry about myself first, huh? We're all hustling and bustling. We're going to right click all of these and make sure they have the instant transition setup. What is sleep? Cold cuts. Sleep is good. Sleep good. That's what sleep is. Sleep good. We'll try exporting it again. You work off 4.5 hours per night, then 12 hours on a Saturday. Oh, geez. Yeah, some of you have odd jobs, which, you know, allows you to live this sandbox lifestyle. So good on you. I hope you get offers. Guys, if you stay with it. I've been in the space since December, so like 6 months. I've kept with it. I've been getting job offers. I hope you all get opportunities. I know all of you are capable. So, good luck. I also know a couple of you already got job offers and are considering them. You know who you are. I know who you are. Do I know who you are? Who are you? So back in the sandbox, we can see it doesn't automatically update in real time, so we just have to leave and come back. Baby, come back. Who are you? Want much. Karatros, I hope you get a gig if you're looking for one. Because I love your work, Karatros. The sci-fi, that's like my aesthetic. I'm into it, dude. You got a job offer from where? Archiflu. I would love to say where, but I haven't quite signed anything, so I can't say officially. But it's people you know in the space, and it's going to be a great surprise when it happens. So I look forward to celebrating with you, all of you. But what do you know? I picked a pretty good color here. Like, it's much more believable. So I'm going to make a couple of these that are just going to be staggered. Also, the animation is still a little bit glitchy. I think I want to see where I started everything. So we shouldn't see that happen. But if we zoom in to my keyframes here, we should see a sort of animation happen between these. So it goes up and then down. So I guess I put the animation on the wrong keyframes. So like, for example, I should have put it here. And I should have put it here. So basically on the last ones, rather than like the literal last one. So now it should have fixed itself. Go ahead and save that for later. I know I'll edit it again. It's okay, you can say it. Halfd0rk's joining D-Electronics Studio. D-Electronics, I know who you've been talking to. I also talked to that person. But yeah, D-Electronics, I would work with you. The Sandbox scooped up the fine piece. I wish, Maddox. Submit for that for the Vox Edit contest? My cow pie? 978. I mean, that would be a meme if I did that. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. I want the player to trigger these cow pies. So it's going to detect the player. We want a message speaker. Wait for message will be an interact. So instead of display condition, we want detect entity. It's going to detect the player when we step directly on top of it. And when spoken, it's going to pick randomly. Centipede spawn 1. So we're going to remove collisions from this. And what I'll try to do is set up something similar to what I had with those weapons, which is over here, where I had that weapons rack, and we saw up in the air here that it randomly chose one. So I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to have a platform behavior that is going to send out that same message. So we can take a look at it real quick. It's got a basic platform that turns off when a message goes off, or I should say toggles when a message goes off. And when that same message goes off, it's picking, based on this message broadcaster, sending out a kill command, thus spawning whatever it killed. So for example, this weapon had a collecting mechanic to it. So when it died, it was respawning in front of the player. But then the player would kill it, or I should say collect it. They collected it. So we're going to do something similar here. We'll set up a detection. I've been using the gems, might as well keep using them. This time I'll use a gem for detecting and then a platform, or vice versa. So this will be my detector. It's a message broadcaster that's sending out that kill command. Specific tags. We'll do mound within 1 block. And it's going to be waiting for the centipede message. It's also going to be waiting for any other centipede messages I make. So for the sake of trial and error and figuring out this mechanic as we go, I'm going to make 3. And so each of these is going to be a different mound that detects the player and then sends out a different message. You're my first. Oh, thanks, D. Oh, D, I see. I didn't say I scooped, but it sounds like you heard about it. I didn't even tell them, you know, what happened. Because I can't make the formal announcement yet. It's not public knowledge. But thank you, D-Electronics. And yes, I do still want to work with you and with that team. And I made sure they knew that. Notice how I'm being very vague. I got scooped up. Oh, I see. Yeah, scooped could mean a lot of things. Could mean I got ice cream. You know, maybe I got a little Neapolitan, you know? Got a little chocolate drizzle there. So this will be gem centipede. This will be number pad broadcaster centipede. We'll save. Probably go any further. I would love a good scoop. Same here. Could mean you're working with a voxel cow patty. That's pretty much what it is. So the gem is going left to right. I want this gem to first be in a location where it's hidden. I don't want to see it. And it's going to be triggering certain things. So what I like to do is use these number pads for a number of things. Haha, pun intended, haha. So for example, this is number 2. Then we have number 1 and number 3. And so we can see I even labeled them. And on their fronts. Whoop, okay, let's go back where I wanted to be. Thank you. On their fronts, they also have a Roman numeral and a color. But we can see on their backs, they also have the 1, 2, and 3. So what I'll do is similar to that weapon mechanic, is when the player walks over the dirt mound, it's setting out that message that we already decided on as centipede.spawn1. Then we have .spawn2, .spawn3. So what we can do is we can have our mechanic here detect us kind of like stepping on it based on this number pad stuck inside of it. And so we want to adjust the range on this a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. And so it's going to kill one of these. And so we can give all of these health components. And so whichever one it kills, we want our centipede to spawn from. So if it dies, that means we'll have a behavior on each one of these that spawns the centipede. And for now, this is a work in progress. We'll see how it plays. I'll go ahead and delete that guy. So the message required is going to be unique. So it's going to be centipede. And I'm going to use the spawn message and instead change this to detect. So it makes more sense for me as the developer. And lastly, the centipede is going to have behavior. We'll do melee enemy for now. We'll make sure it has its own tag and its own health component. Darkbot's being weird. Hey guys, I made an experience where we'll get to see the big faces. Yo, look forward to it. SSK Wolf. There's secrets. SSK Wolf, I like secrets.
Alright then, keep your secrets.
Oh, what? So I'm just going to redo these. So we have centipede spawn 1, centipede, and then centipede dot detect 1. Perfect. And then lastly, centipede 3. We'll place it right here. Centipede dot spawn 3. And centipede dot detect 3. Perfect. Excellent. And then back over here, it's going to be waiting for those detection messages. So, it's going to see the detect, and then it's going to be sending to the tag, which we should tag these differently because I recall I was sending out a kill message. So this will be mound.numberpad, and all of these then will want that mound.numberpad. And my 3 mounds will want the mound tag. I'm just going to give these in advance. What's the hardest part of being cross-eyed teacher? Controlling your pupils. I like that one. Clever girl. Alright, so detect, then it sends out the spawn. So it's getting destroyed. And we should actually spread these out a bit. Like so. Wouldn't it be terrible if we had more than one centipede? Bob's your uncle. And then lastly, if any centipede is spawned, I actually never thought about doing this before. We want centipede detected. And I want something with a lot of luck so I can detect it better. So I'm gonna use dancing's when I think of you. I'm gonna use this hat here. You might have seen it before. But I'm gonna give this hat a detector. So it's going to detect a centipede. So all of these spawn 1 centipede. When that centipede is detected, it's going to then delete our spawning mechanic here. So this mechanic is going to then have a health component that dies when the centipede actually spawns. So it's going to be killed on centipede pop. Pop is a word MMOs use often for like, oh, the monster popped. So we want it to destroy itself when that is received. And so our hat then is preventing more centipedes from spawning. Only one centipede should spawn, but it's going to take some trial and error. We'll see. So we take a look at our health component. Again, it is destroying itself whenever a centipede is detected. And so in theory, we want these to reset until a centipede actually spawns. But I kind of like the idea of random chance to where, like, there's a chance it won't spawn. So, like, the player could walk over all 3 mounds, for example, and random chance is this platform mechanic. So if every time the player walks on a mound and it triggers those messages, it's destroying these number pads. But if that number pad was not detected as being destroyed, the centipede won't spawn. So all of these should be detect instead, because I changed that. So it's this number pad here is only killing anything in range. So any of these, if it's in range. And so because it's attached to this platform, if the specific number pad is not in range, then the centipede won't even spawn. I don't think this is going to work right away, but I do want to test it. Game Maker froze. Why, Game Maker? Why? We were making such good progress. Yeah, pretty much O24. Gold butt. I have an experience with giant feces. Do I, 9A? I don't know how long ago I saved. That's a pretty long time ago. Like 10 minutes ago, V. Feels bad. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, time to recreate everything I did in the last 10 minutes. Speedrun, let's go. Funny enough, it does keep the messages you make. So for example, it has the detection messages I already set up. Whatever, man. Speed run. Everybody wants a speed run. So it's destroying on the detect message, then sending out the spawn message. Spawn message goes to the mounds. detect, mound, spawn, detect, mound, spawn. So our platform is moving across them. And then this basic platform, we also want to toggle. I say toggle, but I actually just want to delete it. So we saw that I had made that Wizzy hat that was acted as a detector. So instead, it's just going to destroy itself with a negative delay. That way it's instant, no animation required. And it's going to be when the pop is noticed. That's all that needed. And then lastly, we're going to adjust the platform speed here. And we add the Wizzy hat. And this time, I'm gonna save it. So it's detecting the centipede, then sending out the pop message. And then all of my mounds also needed the asset spawner. So the asset spawned is being the centipede, which I suppose I can just kind of select all of them at the same time and do this and customize it a bit. Just gotta be very careful that I'm only selecting the cow pies. We want asset spawned being the centipede. Centipede has behavior, melee enemy, and it has the tag centipede, so our hat can detect it, and it has a health component. Lastly, each one of them requires a different message, so now we'll go into that. This will be the spawn 1. This will be spawn 2. This one will be spawn 3. Wait, did I do both at the same time? How's that possible? How's that possible? Then we're going to save it. Go faster. Save. Yeah, maybe we do need that 024. So we walk into the room. We walk over. 1, 2, 3. Saves. Nothing's gonna think of you. So how come I can't see these bad boys? It looks like they all got destroyed. So I need them to have a death delay. That's a little bit longer. Which is correct. So as we, talked about, I want this to be random chance. And then my spawner here, I'm actually going to bring a little bit closer. Closer, grandchild. So I'm wondering if I'm just getting unlucky here. Doesn't matter how much you push the envelope, it's still going to be stationary. Alright, so now I'm just going to remove the destroy part. And that way I can just test it. I'll remove it from one of them. Wait, no, I need the destroy part. Because it's sending out the spawn message. So it's sending out the spawn message to the same mound. All of these have... Oh, they don't have the mound tag, that's why. I guess I forgot to add that one in my speed run. And of course, the Wizzy Hat must be invisible, and no collisions. Save! So now I'm just going to sprint over them. There it is! There's a centipede. There's a... Oh no, God! There's too many! Oh, jeez. So that means... I got detected too many times, too frequently here. So I want to slow this down. And we want our death delay on these to be a little bit slower. So let's just say I walk over all of them. It's gonna spawn all three. I guess we want that to be instant then. So if we do an instant, it's supposed to detect the centipede using this hat, and the hat prevents more from being spawned. I think we want this to actually be like super slow. And all of these need to be destroyed fast, preventing that from happening. Save. So, if the player was to just run over all of them, we don't want more than one to spawn. What's happening is I am running over all of them. So how can I prevent that? Well, it should be from this message broadcaster. Message broadcaster is supposed to send out the same message. So I used the wrong message here. Because we had, crashed. And so all of these need to be detect. So I guess I forgot to change these back. So once we're detected, it's going to send out centipede.numberpad. And so all of these number pads then, these three, are going to be responding specifically to that message. That instant death message of the number pad. Which then, each one of them has an individual spawn based on our message broadcaster sending that message out. I'm going to save it before I do anything. Halfd0rk, learn from your mistakes. Learn. Do not recreate history. So I believe that was a series of bad luck there. So now if I run over 2 again. So it's detecting the player, sending out that message. The delay is actually very long. I want to change the delay on all these. So we give it a second. So based on this mechanic, on 2, it should spawn a centipede. but it's not. So that means I lost communication, likely from this guy. Oh. I wasn't allowing it to communicate. It was sending the message to the wrong tag. So everything I've changed didn't really do anything. Except now. I broke it, I guess. So we're waiting for the centipede pop. The pop happens when a centipede is detected. The centipedes don't spawn until they receive the spawn message. The spawn message is being sent to mounds. The spawn message is received from these number pads, or I should say are sent out from the number pads. And these number pads are being destroyed when they receive the centipede.numberpad message, which is being sent out here. And that is when these mounds detect, which I don't think we updated this detect message. Oh, we did. Rip. Well, that time it worked. Also, I wonder why the melee enemy is appearing above me. Interesting. So what I had changed that made it work was I had edited the detection, or I should say the message broadcast range of this asset. So before it was at 0.5, and I guess it just wasn't consistent. Very well. Save. Well, everybody, I can't neglect this interview that I have coming up in about 45 minutes. So I have to end the stream, you know, at least 15 minutes before that. Is anyone else currently streaming the Sandbox? Parkour! No parkour! Well, Greevox is currently streaming. I don't know if you guys have met Greevox yet. But I say we go hang out with him for a bit. What I say goes because I'm the streamer.
This is Parkour. Internet sensation of 2004.
So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for hanging out. You're all very nice people. Hey, thanks 24 for the bits. Oh, D-Electronics, you think you have the power. You think you have the power. It's all me, buddy. Maybe one day, D-Electronics, you could be a mod. You the streamer. Aw, thanks 9A. Somebody gets it. Pick Actmaxter. Oh, what? That's awesome. Yeah, Maddox, I do have to end before that just because of this meeting. Aw, thanks, bruh. I like you platonically too. Hey, see you later, Archiflu. You know it, Tom. I look forward to hearing about your event. You know, that you know, little big deal you got going on. Thanks all for watching. Thanks, Vox Machina. Appreciate you all. Shout out to all my VIPs in chat. You know who you are. Cold Cuts and Cheese, V-Vox, D-Electronics Go West, Isiology, J-Ona, Keeper Top Shot, Nick Skull, SSK Wolf, and Zumzy666. Thanks, my guys. My friendos. Coming for it. You're gonna get it eventually. Laters, dude. Wear your best tie. Oh, thanks, Book Zombie. No pants, though. Soon. I wish I could give channel points, like redeem for creator coin. Anyway, see yas.